Good evening to you. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC Evening News. In our top story tonight, we hear that from as early as October, local businesses have been benefiting from the increase in shopping for the Christmas season. Executive Director of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Lisa Gale, says this is particularly so in the retail and distribution sectors. According to her, business picked up from the beginning of the last quarter, with shoppers trying to avoid the last-minute rush.
From the reports that we've got, we've seen typical behavior where the persons who do the preparation shopping, they've already started, and there are normal trends that seem consistent with what would have dictated within last year. Although up to early December, if we are looking specifically at the distribution, there was at least a 2% drop for some of the orders, etc. So that must be taken into consideration based on what's happening in the economy. In terms of retail specifically, though, yes, last-minute behavior, but there are some of our members that are seeing last year's similarities.
Ms. Gale adds that retailers are also positioning themselves to take advantage of other opportunities to maximize their revenue.
We have some cruise ships that are planning to come to Barbados, so there are going to be some openings in Broad Street and Swan Street. In terms of the tourism sector, they're still seeing some decent numbers for the start of this season, right up until, I think the start would have been like the 15th, so they are seeing some good numbers going right into the full season, tourism season. And I think that to me would be the main explanation for the retail and distribution. And I think I must admit that coming off of the independent high, some of our retailers have seen an increase in their overall numbers because of this 50th anniversary. So we're hoping to hear some positives at the end when we get all of our reports in.
Well, scores of Barbadians have been taking advantage of shopping outside of town. One of the places attracting attention is Amaze, which has been celebrating its 6th anniversary with a sale. More in this report.
Customers formed a line at number 12 and 13 Harvest Plaza looking for hot deals. Many of them were seeking health products.
I come to get some a product, look at some product for pain for my hand and so forth. I just come to get one item. Arginine. I've come to get something for the control of diabetes. My first time here, so didn't think that it would have been so long. In fact, I was not even aware of the sale or anything. So I was amazed. I came with my sister and I was really amazed.
We've been here since 11:15 and we're waiting to buy some stuff for the hair and the body and the deodorant.
Over the last 6 years, the store's brand has grown significantly.
Year on year, we have had quite a bit repeat customers. Our website has seen an uptake, good traffic through there. Our deliveries overseas gradually increasing as well. So we've seen local commerce and international commerce happening. That is very good for us.
Despite this, however, expansion is not on the cards.
A 6-year-old is still little, you know, and we don't want to step beyond our boundaries. We want to grow gradually, and as such, we are comfortable where we are. We want to make sure we satisfy our customers' demand before we look beyond that space.
The store's anniversary celebrations are expected to continue until month end. Sean Farrell, CBC News.
No egg shortages this Christmas season. This word from Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul. In fact, he says the sector is doing well and there are adequate egg supplies for customers. Although there are enough eggs to supply the market, demand is high. As a result, Mr. Paul says consumers could see an increase in the price of the commodity.
You should expect that around Christmas and the weeks preceding Christmas, that there will be an increase in prices because of the high demand for commodities. Turning his attention to pork, Mr. Paul says there has been an overall decrease in the number of pigs slaughtered this year. And while there has been a slight change in month, the BAS head is concerned about young female pigs being butchered. One of the things we want to make a special appeal to farmers to do is to ensure they continue to select young gilts for breeding purposes that show the best characteristics of what they would like to portray in the herd, rather than slaughtering them, because if that happens, what you will find happening eventually is that the amount of breeding sows that you have in the population will actually decline.
Meantime, manager of the Barbados Pig Farmers Cooperation Society, Jennifer Witt, says pork sales are looking good.
Compared to last year, we were a bit slow to begin with, but now we're picking up, and I think we're going to go past last year. I'm hoping anyhow.
But she's hoping that sales continue to increase so she can reach her target this year. Well, Barbados has placed a temporary ban on poultry and poultry products from the UK and the European Union. The restriction includes all live birds, hatching and table eggs, and fresh, frozen and chilled poultry meat and products. In a statement, the Ministry of Agriculture's Veterinary Services Department says the action takes effect immediately. It follows the confirmation of outbreaks of highly pathogenic avian influenza, or H5N8, in poultry farms in England. Officials say the temporary ban, however, does not apply to processed products and byproducts, for example, those heat-treated to ensure the destruction of the avian influenza virus. The statement says, in addition, personal imports of all fresh or cooked poultry products, with the exception of fully cooked products in hermetically sealed packages, are restricted. Fresh from a victory in its dispute with the board of the Grantley Adams International Airport over salaries, the National Union of Public Workers is ready to get back to the bargaining table for wage talks for public servants. This from General Secretary Rosalind Smith, who says that's the next item on their agenda.
We've written government to start the negotiations. We would have had negotiations on salary issues before, and we're now into the meat of the matter, which is the salaries and wages for the public officers.
Barbados' Postal Service has gained international recognition as having one of the best express mail delivery systems in the region. It was awarded by the Express Mail Service Cooperative, an arm of the Universal Postal Union. Express Mail staff, including Patrina Yard, Alicia Maskell-Gittins, Felicia Green and Ricardo Small, helped to win the silver medal for its 2015 performance, coming second only to St. Lucia within the Caribbean. Deputy Postmaster General Iris Lashley says Barbados and Brazil are the only two countries in the hemisphere to achieve silver.
It is one that is coveted by all the postal services across the world, and our dedicated staff here at the post office in the express mail section would have ensured that from the inception, from the time that you receive, that we would have received the express mail item here, it is scanned, and all of those scans are tracked throughout the service. And therefore, any customer can go online and see that their item has reached a particular destination, if it's in transit or whatever is the case.
We'll have more news in just a moment. Stay with us.
Digicel, we know what you want. Better prices, better entertainment, better gifts with the most gifted network. This Christmas season, Digicel invites you to get gifted. Download My Digicel app for more information. Come into any Digicel store. Make your Christmas wishes come true. Digicel.
Come to Shoemax for all your ladies' shoes, dress shoes, gold, silver, red, bronze, casual, work shoes, shoes for nurses, wide wave shoes for maximum value on footwear. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram, Shoemax Barbados. Come check us out at Dow's House, Palmetto Street, Bridgetown.
There's no place like home for the holidays. Family and friends together sharing memories. We celebrate joy in our children's eyes. We feel our hearts become young again. We never forget what Christmas means. It's a love that's always in our hearts forever. So let's all come together and share with each other and bring joy to every boy and girl. If we all come together and share with each other this holiday, there'll be peace.
Season's greetings from your friends at Banks Holdings Limited. Cross off your Christmas list without breaking a sweat. Cape Shepherd is your one-stop shop for all the top brands in fragrances and cosmetics, toys and books, liquor, designer leather and fashions. You can shop with your Cape Shepherd Visa credit card, enjoy free parking and gift wrapping too. You can't beat the cool, comfy ambience of Cape Shepherd this Christmas, in style since 1906.
It's the most wonderful Christmas with Flow, with 5 ways to win $50,000. Just activate any prepaid or postpaid plan, top up $15 or more, pay your bill on time and in full, or sign up for the best in entertainment with Flow TV. That's 5 wonderful ways to win $50,000 from Flow. All this and much more from Flow this wonderful Christmas. Visit us in-store today.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yet another text has been published documenting the more than 3-century-long relationship between Barbados and the Carolinas. It's the second edition of the Barbados-Carolina Connection book by Sir Henry Fraser and Warren Alleyne. Sir Henry says the book contains more information on the historical, social and cultural links between the two countries.
The final thing, the fourth thing, is the connection between the way we speak in Barbados and the way they speak in coastal Carolina. A dialect called Gullah, which is very, very similar in its intonations, its grammar, its idiom, to Bajan. And they have some of the proverbs that they have up there are exactly our proverbs, you know. Tit for tat, you kill my dog, I kill your cat, for example, is a Bajan proverb described by Addington Ford. They have exactly the same proverb up there. So these are all the results of a settlement of the Carolinas from Barbados 350 years ago.
Meantime, Deputy Chief of Mission to Barbados at the U.S. Embassy, Laura Greismer, praised the authors. She hopes a documentary will be forthcoming.
And I can't believe there's not a movie or a documentary that talks about this history, because there's so much there. And, you know, you've got pirates, you know, who doesn't like pirates? You have explorers, you have Native Americans who actually showed Kiowa to the settlers.
Well, it's not an unusual sight to see people stopping by the Salvation Army's Reed Street branch for a meal. In fact, it's a daily occurrence there on weekdays, but on this occasion, the Army more than doubled the number it fed as a special Christmas treat. From midday yesterday, the Salvation Army opened its doors and invited less fortunate Barbadians to a hearty meal. Over 300 people spanning all age ranges were seated, and their food and drinks delivered to them by staff and church members of the Army. Major Sanus Theodore says the need this year has been even greater than in the past. In fact, the demand for Christmas hampers has by far exceeded the supply, and unfortunately, they've had to turn away some people.
We had planned to give away 2,000 hampers, but because of the need, people keep coming to us. We have gone over 2,000, so, and people still coming.
He adds that compared with last year, donations from the letter and kettle appeals so far are down. However, he's confident things will improve.
Our appeal, a Christmas appeal and the letter appeal, we are behind compared to last year at this time. But we are confident that we will pick up, because we have been received generous support from Barbadians. They have been doing that for 118 years now. So there is no reason for me to believe that this year will be an exception.
The Army has set a target of $800,000 this year. Still to come, a look at some of the stories making headlines across the region. But first, here is this tip from Covaley Medical Center.